homies.
Dang, bro. The cameraman right there.
Ooh, boy. Now the run back that we saw.
This is really a tournament for $1 million? Yes.
Of Group A, and now to qualify as a group or be eliminated.
Bruh.
When did they start doing this a little bit? They did it last year too.
Back up on the stage. You know he's had time to think about it. And now you see Balo instantly going back to the oh man, oh man, oh man.
He knows he can do it. And he knows, I mean, if you're in his shoes,
I will say I'm still excited for 2xKO simply because it can be played 4v4.
Potential in that first set today.
That's a pretty cool feature that I think some people will like.
Okay.
And he's winning the RPS battles. Look at that.
Yo,
when
he switched it up.
RPS, he's like, wait a second, I've got the mental advantage now.
And you saw what happened? Atif tried to match him. He's like, oh, I know you're going to go. So he's like, you know what?
The difference is that 2K becomes a yearly purchase and Tekken comes out every few years.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, sure, but what's your point?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Man.
Lot on the
I just
line
spoke
here.
about at length, like, yes, that is in fact the case. You didn't like bring any new information. Would you prefer another company to try to make a basketball game? Not instead of 2K, but alongside 2K. 2K needs competition. Right now they have the monopoly, which is why those games will never really get much better, because if you like basketball and you want to play a basketball game, you actually do not have any other choice but to play NBA 2K.
Let's see if he can get it done here.
NBA Live doesn't even exist anymore, so 2K literally has zero competition.
Man, these matches have been crazy.
Predictions, yeah, I got you. We got Balo versus Atif.
First group. Evo second place up there. Playing
predictions going up. Go ahead and place those bets in the Twitch chat.
Go back and just watch that Evo run, but now potentially on the chopping block to go home, joining Mayo as one of the first players eliminated here for the Tekken side of things at EWC. And like you said, man, Rip pointed out, a lot of your favorite players might be going 0-2 here.
Yeah, it is absolutely wild. Extremely competitive environment here at the Esports World Cup.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what Kirk. Do you think we'll get the Brian?
From Bilal, I think we will, Steve.
Who won last year's EWC? Ulsan.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, all right. Okay, I see. Oh, man. You can see Atif, he knows. Man, one of the things I really like about Atif, my man actually be talking to himself. He's like, nah, bro, we got to pick this up. We got to change this around.
Maybe it's like the Green Goblin, you know? It's like, pick the Brian.
Yeah, pick the Brian. You got to show
I remember a time when Live was more played than 2K. Nah, same.
Last time they met.
9 heat engagers versus 1. You got to find some heat engagers, Bilal. All you got is heat first. Nah, man, engage are way better. You get the great health back.
It's cool they got stats and shit like
these
this.
Stats. Highest damage combo between the two. We know the Ana just be dumping damage. But Brian, no spring chicken either. My man does a lot of damage. It ain't the easiest to get the damage. You got to have some crazy input to get it. But definitely still there. Definitely still a contention player. But that's one of the
point is that for a yearly game, there isn't much of a change, and that becomes tiring after a few years consecutively. Sure, and that's why some people don't buy it every single year or play it, but I do. But also, like, what series does change drastically from year to year? Like, what games out there get a new release every year, and it's like a big change every year? You know what I mean?
And that was with the Brian as well.
And sure, one could argue that like 2K should just be a free-to-play live service game that just constantly gets like updates and shit. And like I would agree with that, but they're never gonna do that because they make too much money with their current model.
Definitely ain't gonna make it easy.
Because dumbass niggas like me will keep buying the new game every year and spending money on VC and shit. The thing is though, for as bad as 2K is, like I do think that 2K is a bad game and 2K Sports is an evil, terrible corporation.
Okay.
But I do like the games. Like I have fun. Like I genuinely enjoy playing 2K.
Look, I completely agree. You know, and we were talking about this. So let's just say theoretically that's your training partner, right? And they know all your ins and outs. And obviously, I guess it doesn't matter because it's all about who gets the W. How do you switch the mindset to play a training partner to win?
In a tournament, right?
In a tournament.
I mean, I talked to Arslan about that Evo Grand Final set. And I asked him why the Ana. You know, especially after he lost the first set and he reset, he picked Ana again. And he's like, well, I thought I'd just try it on the 2P side for one game.
People spend way more on VC than the base game. Oh yeah, that's not even a question.
Different. And obviously, if you want anyone,
that's not even a question. They absolutely make way more money off VC than the software itself.
He won 6 Evo titles.
I mean, look, one of the best players in the world for a reason. I mean, the best. If we're talking about,
would you buy 2K every year if you weren't a creator?
But here we go.
Probably as long as I was playing it with my homies, because I stream 2K, but I'm not like a 2K creator. It's not like a large part of like my content or like my main source of income.
You gotta fight to stay alive in the
Because I mean, I played 2K growing up, way before I was a YouTuber or a streamer.
You don't even know how tough it is. Just look at this.
I played 13, 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, as well, is like I took gaps.
I know he's thinking about it.
Where like I didn't play 17 and 18 or 19, I think, or I didn't play 17 for sure.
It's time to play crazy.
And Balo qualified.
I forget, like, though I always have to look at the covers to remind myself like which ones I played and which ones I didn't play. But for me, 2K is like my go-to game with my homies. Like, I really love basketball, and that's like my go-to game to play with my niggas. So yeah, I would pick up the new one every year, because as long as they playing, I'm playing. Now, if it was just me solo, more so than like me being a creator, has to do with like my friend group. If my friend group stopped picking it up, would I pick it up every single year? Probably not. I'd still pick it up a decent amount though. It's because, again, big NBA guy.
Goes for whether it, and put like this, and with the added caveat of removing Arslan from that count.
The majority of people that play 2K aren't creators. We're all just dumb basketball fans.
I would love to see the stats for that. Yo, Flower, where you at? Give me the stats, bro.
John Ding? I'm sure he's one of them.
Yeah, that's actually facts. But you got to count that. You literally have to look at that. And it's one of the reasons we look at John Ding to be one of the most successful players.
It was good, Nathaniel.
Like that Pakistan play style. He's shown it time and time again, and now we're looking at Edge. That's why you see these players get so excited if they get a W over a Pakistan player.
Yeah, I've been playing 2K since 2K5. Damn.
Right now, and getting a dub means a lot for your momentum. And
but back then, NBA Live was all the rage. You know what I'm saying? NBA Live 2005 blew 2K5 out the water.
Getting better and starting to understand the game as we take a look at the groups.
Yeah, Atif 2-0 over Bilal to kick things off. Then Edge 2-1 from Whale. Set up our winner side match, which was Edge versus Atif. 2-0 Edge qualifying out into the playoffs. But then we move on down to that lower bracket elimination matches. Bilal, Mail,
Carmelo cover, classic, bro.
Eliminated by Bilal, which of course sets up this run back where he was 2-0 earlier by Atif.
Well, nerves were there before. Bilal looking a lot more confident.
I feel like people got to speak more with their walls. When it comes to NBA 2K,
really thinking about it. Like,
they make literally, like no exaggeration, they make like $1 billion a year. There's just not enough people who are going to speak with their wallets for that shit to actually matter and make a difference. They just make so much fucking money.
There you go. The icons going head to head.
And something's up. Well, this is not going to be the game.
Okay.
Having some sort of technical difficulty.
Starting off. 1-2-1 to close it out.
Round 2.
I think they have to go back to the reset and actually start from the beginning once again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be reset that count there, but...
What about NBA Ballers? NBA Ballers is cool with Stephon Marbury on the cover. Good times.
I feel like it messes me up.
We don't really get games like that no more.
My momentum, look, it killed my momentum. I ain't even playing. Bro, I was leaning forward like I was about to play. Oh, jeez.
You think they picked that same stage again?
I mean, I feel like they have to, right?
I feel like they should. Yeah. I'm down. I like that stage.
Yeah, I agree, Xiaobonk. It's just not likely to ever happen.
In the background, the floor blast, once you get to the final part of the stage, all very big game changers. I would love to see who's going to initiate
NBA
first.
Street was a great series as well. How many players are in this tournament? I think it's 32.
High stakes environment.
Dude, this is a high stakes match right here.
Yeah, I mean,
one of these guys are done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in this sort of a tournament where it's $1 million prize pool.
You missed out on 17 and 19. Those were really good.
Your elimination match.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
Atif get the thumbs up.
And Bilal standing up. He shook your hand like, all right,
yeah,
ready to play. I thought it was like, they look like the opposite. All right, GG's, you got me.
All right.
17 is the Paul George year, right?
One of these players. The other one, see you in the bleachers.
All right,
I think 19 is Zion.
Elimination match, Bilal versus Atif.
Jeez, before I even look up.
Yeah, I did not play either of those.
Okay. And
no, oh my gosh,
2K20 is AD. I think 21 is Luka. 22 is Kobe, maybe.
For Atif's play style. Some of these slower combos.
Or did I get those backwards? No, 21 is Kobe, 22 is Luka.
Man, Atif let out a big sigh right there. That's going to be the wall.
And I think 23 was...
What a name.
I think that was Devin Booker, but I got the championship joint with Michael Jordan's jersey on it. And then 24 is Kobe, and then 25. Yeah.
Is that enough depth, heat, and rage? I think it is. No. He's gonna live. I think. Yeah, he's living. The mid.
And that's the issue with this character, man. The lows, the mids, they can definitely be interchangeable with the character. You really have to pay attention.
Oh man, I love these player cams. Here we go. Immediately downstairs.
Also, Knicks, I feel you on that. I hate that string.
This time around. Nose Balo is definitely getting weary of the lows.
And Austin doesn't stop, man. Once his offense
Search it up and you weren't wrong. They do make around $1 billion. Yeah, no, I wasn't exaggerating or like being hyperbolic. Like they literally make like $1 billion a year. So it's just like they have no reason to change. They have the monopoly. They make an exorbitant amount of money. Why would they ever change anything, you know? And like, yeah, people gotta vote with their wallets or like speak with their wallets, but it's not gonna make a difference. You're not gonna get enough people to like consistently do that for long enough for it to actually matter, realistically speaking.
Gotta get a hit here.
Find it with that.
And look, we've seen
also, Atif is putting on a clinic right now. Did I like NBA Live? Yeah, I did.
No, the reset, a little chip on top of it. The down 4-1. 1-2-4. Engage.
Chance for Balo.
Wasn't that hard said? Nah, it's a meme about when he wore like a Blue Lives Matter shirt or mask or something like that. And
shout out to Antonio Banderas, bro.
Then Young Thug quote and say, "Hey, he don't really know what's going on. He don't got internet." It's just a meme.
3 games straight against Balo.
I mean, he was looking confident in that first game.
Which
he was looking really confident.
I kind of want to give Hart the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he actually knew, because it's not like it said Blue Lives Matter. It was like I think what they do is like they take the flag and they change the American flag and they change the colors to like black and blue or something like that. Like I don't think Hart knew.
Man, look at it.
And again, I could be being naive, but I don't think he knew what that shit was that he was rocking. I think he just thought it looked cool and was just wearing it.
And that's what it's doing to him.
And Thug was like, "Hey, he don't know no better. He don't got internet," which is just funny as hell.
Number 2, let's see Balo stay alive. Atif seems to have his number right now, though.
Let me talk to you real close. I don't know why I like that intro so much. Okay, fishing for something big. Ooh. Okay.
The lows back to back to back.
Looking so strong here, Atif. And the duck while standing one. Hold up.
He needed that. But look, Balo has 0 gray health because there's all pokes from Atif.
They go with full random on stage selections in Tekken 8 because they select cost certain characters to pick one stage over and over. Yes.
I'm tilted.
Random select just makes us that players and characters don't have like, you know, advantage based on the stage picks. The thing is as well, the biggest reason for that would have been like infinite stages, which they basically removed in this game anyway, but still.
Not looking like a good idea. Wall booming around. We're going this way. No, sir, that could have been such a big punish. Spring kicks are more punishable now as well. Double sidestep it again. Doesn't pull the trigger on the punish off his steps.
Atif is just too good, man. He's making this shit look easy. Which just makes it that much crazier that Edge handled him the way that he did.
With the second round, and look, Balo is officially on the ropes, and Atif trying to stay alive in this tournament.
Yeah, I didn't know AO's dial-up service still existed until I just found out that they were shutting down. Yeah, Seki Jocks, what's good, man? Events were pretty dope so far.
Okay.
Got some great to work with this time. If you can find
Come on, Balo, fight back. Fight back.
That's
good.
And it's counter hit too, so you're gonna get a nice chunk of life back.
And he still has that heat. Can Balo make this happen and stay alive a couple more rounds? Heat first cancel? Yes, sir. Oh, that orbital was a good idea, but the full down fortune should be enough damage. Atif looking to eliminate Balo.
And Atif
well played, Atif.
Oh my gosh, Atif eliminates Balo, and then we see Edge make it out. 2 of our players already going home. We went from 32 to 30 just like that.
Balo eliminated. But Edge and Atif will be advancing to the playoff stages.
Oh man, and another key has to get crushed. Those are the rules of the game. Would you watch it if somebody crushed your key?
I would just go home.
Yeah, I'm literally booking a plane tonight.
There it is.
Dang, you gotta give up your key, bro.
Gotta do it.
Man,
That's what
Atif
allow you to
always
play.
seems so stressed, bro. He seems so stressed once the game's over. Talking to it like afterwards, he's like, "Yo, bro, it was crazy." I hate that her mix.
You think Anna's in a good state? Nah, I think she's seriously overtuned. Atif is a ridiculous player, though, and no one else is succeeding with her nearly as much as he is, so there's something to be said with that as well. Well, Arsene did just win Evo playing her, but...
2-1 could have had 1-4. Great positioning there from Atif.
Man, and he had the back four and
Well, actually, no.
get the walls flat out. Who knows how this could have
Arsene did have to pull out the
He
Nina.
got that proper combo and just not prepared to deal with the lows. And this is one of the things we saw him playing back further for F.
You know, I'll be right back.
Man,
I need some water and stuff.
Really
BRB.
hard,
So Atif advancing over Bilal, and now it's time for him to crush Bilal's key. Bilal, thanks for joining us here at the EWC, but your run is over.
Bro, that camera angle, my man looked like he was on a construction site
took
right
out the
there.
corner off it too.
He's like, yeah, take that.
Man, he looks like he's hurt.
That's right.
I broke my friend's key. This is hard, bro.
I had to, though. I had to.
But I don't gotta play him anymore, right?
He's like, but good riddance. Peace. I'm out.
Oh my goodness. 2 Koreans, 2 Pakistan in Group A, and we got one of each qualifying out.
And of course, coming up next, we're going to the next group. iMusician going up against Ilias coming up next. And this is gonna be a good match. iMusician just found out recently, just finished his actually military stint. So we were talking about how strong he was, how strong Yoshimitsu is. That's something that he kind of missed out because season 1 Yoshimitsu was definitely a terror. But that is going to come on the other side of the break. Guys, it has been a pleasure casting this first group, but we go on to the next group, and it's going to happen on the other side of this break. EWC 2025 Tekken 8 continues right after this. Oh, love that.
Esports World Cup Tekken 8 has had its first elimination. Unfortunately, Mo Il is feeling the brunt of that effect. And man, what a performance he put on with the Jack 8, but just fell short in both sets, actually, unfortunately. So I want to talk to him a little bit about what he feels he could have done differently against his 2 opponents. So first question is, of course, that Edge set. I mean, there were moments of hope for him. It did look promising at one point, but then Edge managed to clutch it out. What does he feel he could have done different in that set?
일단 머리 선수 첫 번째 질문으로는 일단 첫 번째 경기에서 사실 엣지 선수 상대로 좀 리드를 거두고 계시다가 엣지 선수가 결국엔 클러치를 해내면서 좀 아쉽게 역적패를 당했어요. 그래서 엣지 선수와의 경기에서 좀 다르게 좀 하고 싶다면 좀 어떤 걸 좀 달리했을지 궁금합니다.
마지막 라운드에서 제가 조금 많이 수비적으로 견디다가 결국 이제 부러지는 상황이 나왔는데 아무래도 좀 더 받아주지 않고 조금 더 저도 공격적으로 했으면 어땠을까 싶습니다.
So in that last round, I tried to be too defensive and try to tank it, but I think I should have been more aggressive. So I think that will be the part that I could do differently.
Great segue into my second question, which is about the Bilal set, because I noticed his approach changed from round to round. There were sets where he was a bit more defensive, rounds in the set where he was a bit more defensive, and then towards the end especially, he started to start with windy haymakers and started just going ham and being a bit more aggressive, which paid off. I noticed when he was more aggressive, seemed to have a better, he had better momentum, he had better control, and so on. What did he feel Bilal did really well in that set?
마침 그래서 또 빌랄 선수와의 또 대결에서는 좀 생각보다 많이 스타일을 맵마다 또 라운드마다 바꾸시면서 또 수비적이라고 할 때는 수비적에다가 또 공격적으로 또 바로 몰아붙이시면서 이득을 거둘 때도 많이 있으셨어요. 근데 그 점을 좀 빌랄 선수가 좀 어떤 부분에서 더 잘해서 좀 파괴를 하셨다고 생각하는지 궁금합니다.
이제 비랄 선수의 이제 주력 기술인 이제 마하 펀치를 이용해서 원거리 견제를 상당히 잘 했었고 마지막에 이제 제가 이득권을 주고 있는 상황에서 레이지 아츠를 사용했는데 좀 불운하게도 하필 이제 숙이면서 레이지 아츠가 나가는 바람에 이제 제가 잡기로 확실하게 잡을 수 있는 상황이었는데 거기에서 이제 운이 없었던 부분에서 조금 승부가 난 것 같습니다. 거기서 이겼으면 제가 충분히 더 이겼을 수 있는 상황이었는데 거기서 2대2, 1대2가 되었고 거기에서 이제 조금 균형추가 무너진 것 같습니다.
Yeah, I think Bilal was excellent in his ranged punch. And that being said, I think I had one when I used the rage art, but I made a critical mistake that I used the rage art with
All right, I'm back
when
with
I
some
dumped.
water and a
So
little fruit
I
salad
think that
for
was
breakfast.
a critical mistake, and he used a lot of it. So yeah, I think Bilal kind of made it out of it.
Sure.
Oh, so I'm never
Yeah,
big. I'm never a big
commiserations
fan of
there.
like
course, it
exit
was
interviews
close,
for
came
the
down to
losers
wire,
in
but
big
man,
events like
Bilal
this.
Took it for the win. Unfortunate there. Mo'il, always a pleasure. Always, I would love to talk Tekken with you all day and pick your brains, but we have to move along. But thank you so much. Kamsahamnida. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Yeah,
Yeah, musicians have been back competing for a little bit now.
Next one. Take it away, guys.
It just marks me with Stim though. Can I post a link? Sure. How do you feel about Biggs dribbling like PGs in 26? I haven't seen that. I haven't been keeping up with the 2K26 news at all.
Into day 2. Of course, MYK, Bubsy, and Arukang to break it all down. What did you guys think of that, man? Was it what you expected?
I mean, I think that's what we were expecting, right? Edge versus Atif at the end.
Yeah, Shade, this is just what this goes for.
Edge was able to clutch it out, and he just looked so prepared in the matchup against the player as well.
This is unfortunately just like the value of this game.
The safe heat engager, just the counter play was there. His plasma blade whip punishes were on point. His block punishment was on point. Fantastic set all.
I mean, talking about the block punishes, the amount of wine openers
Like
he
why?
actually blocked as well in that set.
I mean,
was quite incredible. He showed,
to some extent,
actually, like, these guys are good.
Obviously $700 is insane, right? Game shouldn't cost him much,
I mean,
but
I think you kind of called it. You know,
to some extent, it kind of makes sense because
probably, yeah,
It's been on the come up. It feels
getting
like
something like that complete in bots is only getting harder and harder to find. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can. There's only but so many copies of that game that were made. The vast majority of the boxes have been discarded, destroyed, thrown out, whatever. And then obviously the majority of the people who own that game were children who like damaged, lost, or broke the game's boxes, whatever. It's like there's a very limited and finite quantity. So like, even if there were a few million copies, like, yeah, imagine like half of those don't exist anymore, right? A lot of them are going to be kept by people. A lot of them are being, some people have multiple copies, and then obviously, you know, people are like reselling them and shit. So like, it kind of makes sense.
This is shout outs to Kavus, because Kavus actually told me
I get why some of these old games are so expensive.
And he said to me that he didn't really like the match.
$700 is fucking ridiculous, but like, that's the market. A lot of people consider Emerald the best Pokemon game ever. Not me, but
so he changed up his whole approach on the
that shit wouldn't even make my top 5.
You know, great and overcome matches.
Can we talk about that?
I regret trading in all my old games. I'm glad that I was always like one of those kids who were like super attached to my shit and didn't trade away. I traded away games, but never anything I actually gave a fuck about.
He brought up a great point, right? Just the counterplay, all that stuff. He was just so prepared.
Yeah.
Like, everything was so ready and so studied, and the block punishment was there. The blowing up the string, stuff like that was excellent.
Yeah. But one thing
I'm on
that
top
I had to
one.
give
I don't like Gen 3.
because he said Atif's gonna do full
My top 5 would be
he did it again. We were sitting there like
Heart Gold,
is he gonna do that again? I don't think. Maybe
Crystal.
he's gonna go for the low option there. He was like, nah, you said he was stubborn.
Are you cool?
Those are top 2, and then after that,
every single time, you're so sick. Well, I mean, Atif and Edge making it through. Atif's actually a big hope for Team Falcon to get some EWC Club Championship points. And talking about the EWC Club Championship, we have Ryan Hart, our reporter, on the ground on stage 2 with some updates on the Club Championship.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Hart here with Bella at the Esports World Cup 2025 PUBG area. Now, I just want to get
I know the spin-offs, but if you count Coliseum and Gale of Darkness, those are up there for me.
What has been happening here, and what's the vibe like, and who are the favorites right now?
Well, it's day 2. We are having groups A and C battle it out during the group stages. And so far, I think some of the teams have already qualified to the grand finals. The favorites, of course, it's Team Falcons. We got Team Liquid. The Virtus Pro boys are popping off. And you know how they need a win to get those club champion win? They might just do it here.
Her voice does not sound anything like I expected when I saw her standing there.
Great segue into my next question, actually, because
I don't know if anyone else had a completely different idea of what she was going to sound like, but that's not what I expected her to sound like.
Every org in attendance here at the Esports World Cup. Which teams?
You don't like the Pokemon in Gen 3? No, Gen 3 actually has some of my least favorite Pokemon ever.
Falcons, hot off the press of what they did last year.
I tried Legends Arceus. I have it, but I haven't played it.
They are the defending champions, and they know how that win feels like.
I thought the same thing. Okay, at least I'm not alone.
They're very, very locked in. And we have Team Liquid here coming off on a new org as well. So, I mean, we actually don't know who is going to grab that final trophy in the end. So, yeah,
I'm not even saying necessarily that it doesn't match. I just expected something different in my head, I guess.
2025. If you're not locked and loaded in, make sure you tune in for every second of the action. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's find out together. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you very much, Ryan Hart. That's a good update there, man. I mean, right now on the club championships,
what did I say or do that was so funny?
Right? I mean, there's only a few points between like Team Liquid and Falcons, and we spoke about it right just before we went to Ryan. That Artif, he is the hope for Team Falcons. I know there's multiple players, but
I recently played Pokemon X. I like that game a lot, like a lot actually.
You know, even before
that game is pretty high on my list. That might be top 5 for me.
The favorites.
Absolutely. As we see the players arriving from Group B, there they are. We have Ilias. We got iMusician Farzine.
I haven't played Black 2 and White 2 yet, so.
Oh my God, one I'm looking out for there.
Pokemon Black 1 or White 1, whichever one I played.
Players in the world. Some of the setups
I didn't really like that much.
Incredible, and you'll be seeing some crazy, like mad setups, completely different, you know, to Kane and Trench.
Bro, struggling.
He plays very solid and very defensively, but iMusician, oh my God, I can't wait to watch him.
As it says there, man, he finished his military service only recently, and you know, Ulsan was in that same position, right? He came back from military service, and you know, it took him a little bit of time, but he started smashing it when he got back into the game. iMusician, I expect big things from him, man. So have a look here, man. There it is.
iMusician.
iMusician, yes, sir.
But yeah, you know, he kind of did miss out on
This will be the next Pokemon game that I play.
Season 1, but of course, Manga, of course, qualifying from Evil.
I do have it. Haven't played it yet.
Yes, I like that information, man.
But this will be the next Pokemon game I play.
That used to be his name.
Yeah, that's how I knew him at the beginning.
So,
this, you know, online player came out of
Get
nowhere.
back to y'all on that one day.
You know, we don't know about this guy, but look at him now. The improvement. He's still so young, but he's performed so well on the big stage. And can he do it this time round?
I mean, the first match, you know, we're going to see him go up against his iMusician.
Yeah,
but we know, right? So in the Netherlands, they have, I'll say, one of the best Yoshimitsu as well in Sin. So I am more than certain that he's going to be familiar in the match. But against the Yoshimitsu, it kind of comes down, you know, the punishment, but we said it before, the style. Like, what two Yoshimitsus play the same?
Styles makes plays, and you know, every Yoshi plays differently.
Yeah.
So.
And not just that, they have Pika too. You know, like
sorry, Pika. Wow, my bad.
So many players here. The two of, like, not even arguably, they are two of the best Yoshis that we have in Europe, and he's played them multiple times. So I'm expecting big things from Ilias. But let's talk about Manga, aka Malgu. You know, a legend in the Tekken community, and this guy is, you know, qualified multiple times now. So what do you expect from him?
Yeah, Evil Japan, 4th place.
I got to get Pokemon Platinum at some point. I played Diamond and Pearl, and I like Diamond and Pearl. And Platinum is obviously better, so.
Tekken 6, maybe even before that.
Yo, Bugs was good, man.
So that's like 15,
my top 3 games of all time.
And he's been a loyalist ever since then. So it's
I don't know anymore.
You probably will see a different bag of tricks out of that law than usual.
But Bubsy, you were saying Farzine is one of your guys that you're looking at, right?
Yes, 100%. So the thing with Farzine, right, and I feel, you know, when you look at Pakistani Tekken, you see the success of Atif, you see the success of Arslan, but I feel he kind of gets swept underneath the radar just because of the success, but he is definitely a very, very competent player.
Oh man, we saw the upcoming matchup there. As you mentioned, Rukan, right? It's going to be Ilias versus iMusician. Talk to me, man.
Oh man, yeah. Again, Ilias, such a young player. He's going to go in there with so much confidence, but the experience, could that play a part? He's only been playing professionally for a while, maybe a year or two.
I mean, I feel you, Blacksman, but this event is way more about the teams than it is about their country.
So I've been speaking with his manager, Kira, you know, the guy, he's been really, really helping mentoring him, right? And I kind of was just speaking, and Ilias has the mentality, and I feel this is so great that he just
Scarlet and Violet was your first mainline Pokemon game? What are you, 12?
To go in with that mentality and have that confidence that, you know, I can do this, I can be the number one, not even just the number one player in your region, I'm talking global. So
I've seen that.
Just his mindset already is a win-win for me.
I've seen that from
I'm
Ilias.
so sorry to hear that. Especially because, like, you probably played it on the Switch 1, and that game was fucking terrible on the Switch 1.
I cannot wait for these, ladies and lads. We're going to go on a small break, and when we return, Group B here at EWC Tekken 8.
Here's the thing, though.
See you in a bit.
Scarlet Violet, I used to call like one of the worst Pokemon games. It's actually one of the best ones now that it actually works. Now that that game actually works, it's actually one of the best Pokemon games. Okay, also, yeah, you asked what my favorite, well, you said you know what my favorite starter is, which is Cyndaquil. My least favorite starter Pokemon of all time. So when you say least favorite starter, are we including like the whole evolution line or just like the starter, like the baby form? Worst line? That shit probably gotta be Tepig, I'm not gonna lie, man. Tepig or Turtwig, those are like my two least favorite.
You see people enjoying, smiling.
Chespin's 100% way worse. So here's my thing, right? Chespin's Evos are fucking awful, but I like Chespin himself way more than I like Tepig or Turtwig. So he at least gets one. Like his second and third form are terrible. Especially his final one, what's it called? Quilladin and I forget the other one. Those fucking suck. Chespin himself I think is super cool and adorable. And I like him way more than I like Tepig or Turtwig as their starters. So I would still take him over those two. Oh damn, they shot that nigga. Damn, they shot him because he told the truth. That's crazy.
Level up your gaming experience with over 8 billion playlists, only on Spotify, the official audio streaming partner for the 2025 Esports.
Blaziken's my favorite. I always thought Blaziken was super overrated, even as a kid. Also, yeah, your perception of Pokemon got to be so fucked up if your first one is Scarlet Violet, man. If my first ever Pokemon game was Scarlet Violet, I'd be like, why the fuck do people like this shit? Like, I'll try to imagine your first one, like, because unless you're a literal child, right? Let's say you're like, because even if you're like 14 years old and like you play a Pokemon game for the first time and it's Scarlet Violet on Switch 1, I'd be like, why the fuck do people like this game so much? Let me explain. Go ahead, explain that one to me. Best design starter in terms of the full line, or I think the best line probably got to be Chimchar. Chimchar or Froakie. All hits, no misses.
Welcome back to the Esports World Cup. We just finished Group A. And Milosh, what is that you have in your hands?
And I feel like almost every other starter has a fumble somewhere, right? Not, like Squirtle, banger, banger, banger. Squirtle, Wood Turtle, Blastoise, all bangers. Certified. Charmander's cool. You know, I always thought Charizard was overrated, but Charmander's cool. Bulbasaur I fucking love. Ivysaur is the GOAT. Venusaur is... You fall off. Chikorita is adorable and way overhated. Bayleaf is extremely cool. Meganium, you fall off. Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Quilava is really cool. Typhlosion, he falls off. Totodile is super fucking cool. Crocodon for Alligator, not as much. Trico sucks. Grovile's dope. Sceptile sucks. Torchic sucks. Combuskin sucks. Blaziken's overrated. Mudkip is whatever. Marshtomp is whatever. Swampert sucks. Turtwig's whole line sucks. Chimchar's the GOAT. Piplup is fire. Snivy's cool. His Evo suck. Tepic sucks. Oshawott cool, but his final Evo is disappointing considering how good the first two are. Chessman is really fucking cool with the worst Evos ever. Fennekin sucks. Froaky's cool. Rowlet is banger, banger, banger. Litten sucks. Poplio sucks. Ruki's cool. Scorebunny's cool. Sobble sucks.
Our musician going head to head with Ilias. That's about to be crazy.
Septile sucks? Yeah, I think so.
In the backstage earlier on, he's hyped up. His energy is all the way there. But in the end of the day,
I know I'm in the minority on that, but I always thought Septile was super whack.
Back from the military, and he already about to put in some more work.
That is dedication. You live and breathe Tekken at this point. And Rob, I think our players are ready, and so are our commentators. Let's hit it down to them.
You fuck with Superior? No.
Woo! EWC 2025, and we are back at it again.
Yeah, I think Septile's a downgrade from Grovile.
I'm feeling good, and we have a banger of an opening match here.
You gonna play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire?
The symphonic music for your eyes going up against young gun Ilias, and I think
Eventually.
it's going to be a battle. We got Eddy Gordo going up against Yoshimitsu.
Mark, you said
I did pick up Omega Ruby, so I'll get to it at some point.
Of a pool set. We opened up with the fireworks, shades of last year. You talking about I'm musician, man. We about to watch some magic happen. This dude been studying the blade, been living the blade.
Some explanation? Nah, I missed the stage.
Qualified, of course, through Evo just a week and a change ago.
Never owned any of the past handhelds Pokemon released on. That's fair. I never owned a Nintendo DS until a year or two ago. So. Also, let me get this prediction up for Ilias versus.
Yeah, let's see what they got, what they bring to the table. They're going to try to, get a feel. The players, some of our analyst team was talking about earlier that Ilias definitely has character knowledge.
Predictions up. Go ahead and place those bets.
Yoshimitsu, but I'm musician, a different kind. All the Yoshis are different.
That's the problem, Mark. Is like when you play against.
Can't agree with Gen 3. Those are my guys. I think Gen 3 is like most people's favorite generation. Gen 3 and 5 seem to be like the two most popular generations. I didn't really like either of them. Which I hate that I have so many opinions that are like that. But like even as a kid, as a kid, Gen 3 wasn't anybody's favorite. Like when that shit came out, like it's not like people disliked it because I liked it as a kid just because I was like, oh, new Pokemon game. But like even as a kid, when I got Pokemon Ruby, I was like, I like this, but I like my other games more, which at the time was Gen 1 and 2. And so growing up, I just always like continued to feel that way. But it's not like I have just like this inherent bias, like nostalgia for the older generations because like Gen 6 X, like I think that was really good. Like I like that way more than like Sword and Shield, for example. You know what I mean? I never played that one.
Backing up, still has a lot of good bit of heat to work with. Just gonna run up smash, take the mix. No delay. Goes for the low strike. I'm musician. Call here.
Not gonna lie, Monferno don't do it for me.
Jab carry to activate.
I think Monferno is infinitely better than Combuskin. You could argue that Monferno might be a little bit boring or not that interesting, but like it's not a bad design in any capacity to me. I think it definitely shines a lot over Combuskin.
I'm musician, just gonna chill for a minute.
Is he gonna make use of it? No, he lets it expire. 4-4-3, able to land here. He puts the brakes on. Oh, this could be big. He gets a counter and throw. The follow-up here.
Yoscarada and Fernet. Yeah, the Florigato, right? Sprigatito, Yoscarada, gas. Like, honestly, super, super dope. All-timer, honestly. Like, low-key, Sprigatito might be the best grass starter ever, actually.
Cut the ankles, and here we go. This is how the
Yo, hold on. We need to talk. Is Sprigatito the best grass starter?
As many opportunities to be able to use that in Oki situations near the wall. However, I'm making
it's got to be him or Rowlet, right?
Oh, he canceled it. The low feint into the mid follow-up here. Here we go. On the scoreboard now, iMusician finally getting around.
But this is the thing. Ilias right back in there, running the 4-4-3 mix.
You got any Mega Evos you like? I like most of them. There aren't that many that I don't like, I think.
Sword away here, has access to the flash into the jungle starter now.
And Ilias showing a lot of right step and range.
Oh, yeah.
What's your opinion on Oshawott's final evolution? I think Oshawott's final evolution is a good Pokemon, looks cool, but doesn't fit where I thought that was going. Like, why did they regress? Oshawott and Duwat are really cool, and they're like this bipedal, like samurai water Pokemon. And then so Samurai, while being a cool Pokemon, you would have thought they would be like a samurai who stands on two legs and is clad in like this blue water armor and shit. So it's like they kind of like dropped the ball, I think. It's not like, I don't think Samurai is like a bad Pokemon. I think Samurai's a little overhated. I just don't think it makes sense with that line necessarily.
Game number 1 here.
Sceptile's fast, but he don't look fast. Like Grovile look like that motherfucker's supposed to be fast. Sceptile look like he's slow, even though he's not.
But right now, iMusician picking apart his offensive approach. His back turn gets the heat burst.
I still say Bulbasaur for grass. I love Bulbasaur, but Meowscarada is so much cooler than Venusaur.
Decides not to mess it. He didn't want to mess with the flash.
Gives up his heat gate really early on. What the hell is going on?
Back and forth.
People love 3 because it was their first. I also think that's a big reason why so many people love Gen 3, because it was their first Pokemon game. But that's obviously not the case for everybody, right? But I am somebody who has been playing since Gen 1, so I've experienced almost every single generation of Pokemon. Obviously, there's a couple that I've missed that I haven't gotten to yet. And there is something to be said about experiencing it in real time and not going back and playing them when you didn't before. But as somebody who has played almost every generation at this point, yeah, man, Gen 3 just don't do it for me. But we're gonna see how I feel when I go back, because I want to go back and play those at some point, and then also I want to play Omega Ruby. And see if my opinion on Gen 3 changes at all.
It got kind of hectic back and forth.
I also always hated the "I heard you like Mudkips" meme. I hated that shit always. I always found it really annoying. Hey, good shit, Ash. Hope you enjoy those forces. No, this will not be a one-day event. This is actually a 4-day event, so this will be finishing up on Saturday.
As the game moved on, you saw iMusician slowly adapt and was able to pick apart a lot of his offensive approaches and pressure.
Yeah, there were a few sequences there where I felt like Ilias.
I'll give y'all Rowlet for the #1 grass starter, but I think I low-key might lean towards Frigatito.
Did not pull the trigger on it.
But I'll take number 2.
Again, this could change things up because he can really start changing how he flows offensively. His forward 4-3 did not find the effect.
You like Sobble? Nah, I don't like. I dislike Sobble's whole line.
He hasn't used the forward 4. There's a lot of options I think that he can still employ. The sidestep 3+4.
How you feel about Hisui Samurai?
Double kick did not find its mark throughout most of the set. Let's see
I
what
don't
he does
remember
here.
what it looks like.
And again, we are in a different stage set now. We're in a more.
Oh, it's cool, but same thing. Like, it looks like a really cool Pokemon, but it's just like it doesn't really fit with the rest of the line, in my opinion.
He's gonna have the wall here. Let's see what he does with it.
Take the opportunity to activate. What the wall pressure look like goes mid.
Okay, has to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 4 days instead of 3, but that's just how they decided to do things.
While he was in the air.
And the patience too. Good read on the soul skill attempt there. Simple block and punish, and then yeah.
Fuck with Absol. I love Absol. Absol might be in my top 10.
Good block there. Great punish from iMusician again. He's been getting a lot of mileage off of that. Okay. Tries to keep him.
Also, yeah, I'm sorry. As far as shinies go, if your shiny's black, it's a cheat code. So like Charizard or Greninja, like that's just a cheat code for you to automatically be one of the best ones.
He has Majinga level 1 here, level 2 now with the heat burst activation. Okay. Now what? Oh, he tried to catch him. Didn't get the second hit.
Ashura's blade. Ilias gonna just take the side swap out the throw break. Wall jump attack from iMusician into the steal again.
And I like that. Good presence of mind there, knowing he had the advantage, being able to pull out the flash. Capitalize with a combo here. Has the wall here, looking to close things out with one more mix. Oh, and he got him from crouch out forward. Able to land here, and iMusician back on the scoreboard, tied up on rounds.
Hey, that's for what it's worth.
Ooh,
I agree with you, bro. I've seen shiny Emboar, but I don't like Emboar at all.
Oh, just dodged it. Look at this. Don't get up wrong.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with it, bro. Emboar is just too ugly.
Protecting his ankles this time. Try to get him with a cheeky root kick.
Okay, at least with some good answers here as well, though. Gonna get
Might be able to close it out here. There it is. I like it.
And that all started with that down 4-1 punish that he rocked on him too.
Here we go. Transition of the stage. The Kaiju in the background.
That emote's fucking hilarious.
Fishing with that back 3. Back 2-2 though from iMusician. We have engagement. Pumps the brakes. Leaping slash there from stance.
Yeah, big opportunity here. Floor explosion.
In the magic wall off the opening strike.
Now what? Don't guess wrong.
98
Again,
damage.
This time blocking the low. Oh, great challenge. No patience there. iMusician looking to take this round, and we're
Yo,
going
Moonlight,
to
what's good,
final
homie?
round here.
Final round.
Point for iMusician. Oh, look at this check here. Has to be careful how he approaches here.
Back 2s here from Ilias. Trying to run around iMusician.
We cannot let wingdings prevail. Got some bad news.
You got side movement, I got side motion too. Ooh, he tried to
Wingdings
smash
looking
it
like they're
right
gonna
through it.
prevail. Oh, there's the flash.
All that work to be put into that position, gets flashed for it. Combo the
When are
other
you gonna
side,
play
he's gonna
Ana? I
activate.
thought about it.
No. Puts the fake, sidestep Biggie upper.
Into the
Just to feel the
uppercut,
power.
and look at the return here. The advantage after the activation. Ilias now just outside of range.
Oh, he missed it. He doesn't do the full charge. Doesn't matter. Big opportunity. Ilias has to do something. Oh, and the evasive punch gets scouted out of the sky.
Let's go Wingdings.
And iMusician moving on.
Oh wait, never mind. I bet on iMusician. Fuck him
Let's
up,
go.
Wingdings. There you go.
Confidently moving through that bracket.
You see how niggas switch up, bro?
Like body language wise, he looked like he was
This
in
shit,
control the whole
iMusician.
time. And the big thing too, Mark, looking at this group, iMusician I think is the player that everyone looked at the start of this group, and like that's the X factor, right?
Yeah.
It's easy for I think all eyes to kind of be on Manga and Farzine. Ilias, of course,
When
had
are you
really,
up to
really strong
fight?
performance this year to even qualify for this
Like
event.
to
He
participate in
did the
this?
singles
Never.
race, but iMusician
I'm nowhere
is
near
that kind
good
of player
enough.
who was that time in a group, in a bracket. Nobody knows what can happen with him. He's come up really, really big in some opportunities that he's had.
Yeah, but he's going to have, of course, another opportunity as he goes into the lower bracket here. It'll be interesting to see who he's going to play against because, you know, this next one, these guys have played each other before, but I'm really looking forward to see Manga and Farzine go at it.
Yeah, both of these players as well were, of course, in this event last year. They played in group stage last year, actually, and Farzine was actually able to single-handedly remove Manga from this event last year. However, they played a couple times since then as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I think looking at this event, I feel like Farzine, he had majority play experience against a lot of the other players in this group, actually. That's kind of a low-key theme with this event, you know? There's only
Yeah, I heard
11
iMusician doesn't actually
players
speak
in this
Korean.
Tekken event
Like when he
here
speaks,
at
it just sounds like this.
2025 that were not here last year, and majority of them, of course, representing Pakistan, Korea, and Japan, but when you have so many repeat offenders,
Just what I heard,
like that,
though.
you're going to run into a lot of rematches and situations where you have a lot of play experience versus your opponent.
And, you know, speaking of the difference in play experience, it's a much different game than we had last year, too. So, again, not seeing the dominance of Dragunov, right? That's one big thing already. But, again, just seeing more and more character variety as players go into this. Again, I am looking forward to seeing Manga, the lone, at least from what we know, the lone normal law representation that we have here at the tournament. And we going up against young gun Farzine from Pakistan, who has been setting the world ablaze with his victor, but we know he can use multiple characters as well.
Yeah, and like MYK was saying, too, Manga, it's weird to talk about. It's like there's a consistency within the inconsistency, you know? Manga is able to come up big at some events like this. In this case, Evo Japan got 4th place 2 years in a row to qualify for this event.
Yeah, at the start for both, right?
Yeah. Farzine was able to qualify, of course, through Battle Arena Melbourne to make it here, but man, it feels like Manga has a difficult time, like at the very, very end of the
All right,
finish.
Farzine versus Manga.
Some
Prediction
winners
going
final
up.
Scenarios. We've seen him be able to get into these positions where he's taking on Knee or maybe some other players in winners and losers finals, but he has a tough time breaking into that second place, first place territory.
Yeah.
He's a good bet, I think, for making it consistently deep into the bracket.
Predictions
like
up. Go ahead and place those
He really
bets.
tends to falter towards the very end like that, and it feels like in some of the online competitions.
How much did you pay for that copy? I had to pay 2 times the retail price for my copy of Black. It was actually given to me for free.
Yeah, we definitely were
Believe it
talking
or not.
about that a bit earlier. But again, I'd like to see what he brings to the table because you would have to admit, going into this, people have been saving particular character matchup things, but not just that, player matchups. What are they going to do going into this? What do they have planned for their opponent?
And Farzine,
Also, what up,
too.
Ram?
Also, yeah, you got to talk about him, man. It's one of the younger Pakistani players who's always and quietly really well traveled, right?
Yeah.
But also, I
Prediction is
love
up.
his attitude. At every event he goes to, he's like always very happy-go-lucky. He takes the competition and opportunities very seriously, obviously. But he's always just happy to be there and be playing, right?
Yeah.
And something that's going to stand out about this matchup, too, is when they played before, Farzine was able to kind of run over Manga, kind of put him on the defensive back foot. But the big thing with Farzine was he had a really good read on when Manga wanted to do lows, been able to get really good return out of low parries. But also when he would do non-jailing highs or jabs, he worked a lot of micro sidestep right, was able to get a few openings that way, but he really had he flash ducks a lot in Law's face, and he was able to get really big return opportunities and then snowball from that.
And a big thing with Manga, too, the classic playstyle that he kind of employs, going up against his opponents, he also likes to sidestep, go for a down forward, too. However, the way that Farzine is playing, he's either out of range or he's ducking in a state where that down forward 2 comes out and doesn't get launched for it. So, again, it's going to be really interesting to see how he's going to employ offense as he goes into it.
I would say, too, Mark, the big thing for Manga, too, is to get a sense for Farzine's button timing very early on.
Oh, yeah.
If he can get some return out of some of these counter hits, especially when they're playing at pinpoint range, keeping it real compact, And if he can establish some Dragon Charge pressure, just basic pressure or threaten with Slide early on and get Farzine's timing, be able to get some big returns, some wall sequences to help him out, that could be able to that could probably steer the set in his favor. Yeah. It's something that really showed, I think, last year when they played in Malaysia.
Law, one of those
When's the donation goal for completing box emerald?
But you got to get your character into the air first. You got to get your opponent into the air. There's one thing I really want to call out, like his use of counter hit 1-1-1, especially being able to kind of create opportunities with that move is really, really strong. But
which Pokemon games do you have both copies of, if any? I have red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal.
Depends on the any given Sunday,
I have
any given, what was today? Wednesday? I don't even know. Man.
Diamond and Pearl.
Every day. It is always play always like it's final.
Scarlet, Violet, Sword, Shield.
Championship always on the line. That's what I want to see from these players. But either way,
I have at least one version of every generation, but those are the only ones where I have like every game.
That's the thing. Waiting in the wings, you got Eye Musician.
Yeah.
I do eventually plan on getting all of them though.
They're gonna have to go up against Ilias, who's waiting on the lower bracket.
But at this stage of the event, still first to 2. You got to be able to put something on the table quick here and be able to just kind of build some momentum and go.
All right. Excited.
I have white 1 and black 2. I don't have the
Versus
opposite.
the victor as these players go into it. Manga from Korea, Farzine from Pakistan, and it's a matchup between these two countries that we're going to see quite often throughout the weekend. So let's go.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. That's
if you could give a Pokemon a Mega Evolution, which one would it be?
Competitors that qualify for this event from Pakistan, from Korea,
probably
from Japan,
Typhlosion, so he could actually look cool, because I love Cyndaquil so much. Give me a Mega Typhlosion that actually looks really cool.
How did you train? How did you prepare for this?
Yes.
Show us.
Immediate return on the block punishment on that approaching low, and he got in Season 2.
My favorite animals are turtles. Yeah, Turtwig being your #1 makes sense. Turtwig actually has a lot of fans that I didn't expect. Excuse me.
Quick low here. And again, just pressuring with that jab, and he looks like he's starting to feel good offensively, and that's a hot kick. That's something that he hasn't really utilized in the previous matchups.
Mark, I'm gonna tell you, look on the left side of the screen for this round. Run this round back if you guys get a chance. Count the counter hits. Manga immediately has a sense of timing on Farzine's button press patterns. Right back at you though. Sidestep, gets the uppercut. Farzine not one to back down here. Gets the wall. EMP pulse punch.
Those who played a set of like 10 games when you were first starting out playing Random. I don't know if you want to run against me. I'm trying to level up. It was in quick match. Yeah, you have to catch me when I'm on the game again. I haven't seen myself playing Tekken in a minute, but maybe sometime soon.
This is what he wants. This is how he wants to play things out. With heat activated now, what's he got?
84 damage.
Yeah, you're sitting on a gold mine, Ruthless.
Farzine wants the wall. Nunchucks.
Punish.
Good punishment there from Manga.
Plus frames, plus the mix.
Dragon charge, and then just goes into Wasting 4.
Wasting 4.
How he whips there.
String gets the low.
Yo, Manga is playing like a different beast right now. Counter hit.
Manga on his shit right now, boy.
This is what you were talking about. This is what he has to do. Put on the table immediately game 1. Farzine, it's not going to be that easy. You're not going to be able to dog walk me like that. I understand your button press time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, Typhlosion was in Arceus, right? As one of the starters, so.
But he didn't get a nice combo there. That could be very troublesome here. Oh,
Is
he's trying
what
to
it
sidestep
is.
3+4. Try to get out of there, but Farzine with the pressure.
Running 2-step on them shoes.
Oh, he has rage too. Got to be careful. Has to watch how he approaches here. Down 2, heat dash cancel. Oh,
I will say, if Meganium and Feraligatr get Megas and Typhlosion don't, I will be kind of pissed. Because honestly, Typhlosion needs it more than they do, in my opinion.
Bad uppercut. Nasty wall damage here. 92 with the activation, and you into the hammer. And you
Yeah, I know it's very likely that they get Megas, but like,
you got to be careful here how he approaches because the jab strings.
I'm gonna be so upset.
In a big way here. Okay, is he gonna challenge? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna try to bait it out? Heat smash? What's the mix? He has so much gray right now too. He has to be careful. Oh, the back two, the follow up, looking to close it out.
Also, how did you feel about the Mega Dragonite design? Because I saw a lot of people didn't fuck with it, but I actually like it.
Big opportunity with that down back 4, put it all on the line there.
If I'm a Ruby Red, I have my copy of Ruby around here somewhere. Actually, it's right here.
He has looked at the tapes. He has definitely watched the player. He has a better sense of offense as he goes into to not get counter hit.
Sparkle, sparkle.
That was definitely something that I was looking forward to with this set is like, how does a Manga come in? Does he take a little while to rev up, or is he going to come in here? No, like you said, I've studied the tapes.
Shit was ass, not gonna lie. It's whack with his Dragonite. He's already goofy. I like it.
And button press time. immediate, like we said, even the first round, 4 counter hits to close out that round.
Yeah.
And it was like big counter hits, it was small counter hits, it doesn't matter. He understands his timing. He's able to get good return and consistently be able to find his win conditions like that.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out here. You know, if you guys don't know, Manga, aka Malgu, he is a legend. He has been around for a long time. I remember him battling it out at Togeki in the SBO days back for Tekken 5.
SBO, that's a throwback.
He has definitely been around. He is a well-traveled international player. Still playing to this day, so I'd love to see it. Anyways, we're gonna
You
go
missed me on
right
Pokemon
into
ROM
this.
hacks at all? Not really. I think I did play one once. I think it was called like Ash Gray or
1-0
something.
right
But
now. Can Manga continue?
Still on law.
I want to try out some ROM hacks at some point, but I'm trying to get through the actual main games first.
Manga 2 has had
Before I get into
wide
that world
sidesteps
more.
as well. Like some micro sidestep right, being able to find these very, just like threading the needle with some of these whip punishment opportunities, and being able to find uppercuts and get big damage for it.
Oh, he got parried on the poison arrow
the
there.
back to Perfumer.
Here we go. Let's see what he does.
EMP punch.
Mega Hitmonlee. Let me get a Mega Hitmon on top.
Gunshots. And the punishment is there for Manga. It's working the slide, working the chucks here. Raw chuck after. And
Goodness gracious.
Everything started hitting.
And Farzine had a big health advantage there, but Manga just, he saw something, man. Just laid the offense on him. Laid that sidestep uppercut. There's your lift after the tornado. Tornado claw, and then the spike.
Into the
Activation,
mix.
raw
Damn.
tornado claw. He sees something, Mark. He sees something right now.
Raw dog nunchucks into the mix. He's gonna go low, isn't he? He's gonna go low. Oh, he went with the dragon cannon.
Yo, son.
Manga
Belt
is playing-
to
no,
ass.
He's locked in.
He is hella locked in. His jab
Belt
timing
to
has been
ass.
something different.
Hold on.
Okay. Farzine said it's not that free. It ain't that free. I'm gonna get my counter hit lift.
Not done yet. Let's see what he got. Try to catch him with the mid here. And again,
Watch
with the
Mega Hitmon
jabs,
top just be a
approach here,
Ninja
using the
Go
single
character.
jabs into the down
I don't know what that
counter hit
is.
This time. Got a good read on him.
Look at
Everyone on Strive for Lucy? Probably not.
With Farzine, understands that he's looking for a
Ninjago?
sidestep and a whip punish
I
opportunity.
still don't know what
Step
that
with it,
is.
Finds that bad uppercut. Here we go. Sidestep not deep enough to avoid the burst.
Ooh, big counter hit. No. The follow-up here. Let's see what he does.
Manga cool with that.
Yeah, Farzine has to be careful. He is one touch away from moving on to the lower bracket, but here he comes.
Down 2 with the dash behind it. It's gonna put Manga just outside of rage. In the running 2 pressure.
Look at this pressure here.
Standing 4.
Dragon Hammer follow-up here. No time left. Big
It's a counter hit.
Should be able to close it
Just
out
in the
here.
nick of
Farzine
time.
with the time, but also the life advantage.
Trademark Farzine. Run. Nothing. No one's doing anything. Dash up. 1+2.
It's Lego. I'm not very familiar with Lego stuff. Hop kick.
Bro, Manga, counter hit hop kick.
Trying to bust up this bracket after the activation here. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Great patience.
Read and punish on Farzine's.
Dropped it though.
But he dropped it. Yo, Farzine
Bro,
is
the
in
gray
trouble
life.
solo.
Oh my god, the flip kicks. That's how you feel. Oh, he's feeling himself.
Like this, it might be over. It should be over. And
Damn,
Manga
that was
takes
an
it.
ass whooping. Holy shit.
Man, oh man.
Letting people know who the dragon is.
Damn.
Manga versus Musician
Damn.
to make it out of this group top side.
Korea versus Korea on the upper bracket finals to get out of Group B.
You know, the Korean players are on they shit today, boy.
And these two actually played, what, 10 days ago? I think last weekend at EVO.
Man, this is good stuff. You look at some of the action that just happened right now. Manga has made adjustments. I feel like his whole year has been all about adjustments, right? We haven't seen him at that many major events, but the ones that he has come out to, he has learned from them.
Learn from him, and again, look at how he
Never seen Farzine get handled like that, right? Me either. That shit was brutal.
And as Farzine slowly started to adjust to, Manga was ready with layer 2. He's like, okay, I know you're looking to, you're not going to press into me at this point. Fine, you're looking to
He got handled. Like,
at the end of game 2, when he started working that jab pressure, this was just raw mix. He was just like, no, this dude, he thinks I'm going to slide again? Raw chucks.
Oh, and it was good stuff, of course. You know, Farzine slowly but surely trying to make a comeback here, but man, it was all Manga at the very end. Manga started feeling himself, put him into the little crouch dash, into the flip kicks, closing it out with a nice combo, and Manga, again, just had a different level of timing going into the matchup. Farzine now in the lower bracket, where he's going to have to put in work if he wants to make it out.
That felt like he was on layer 2.
Yeah.
Especially in some of those situations where, like, you and I were like, yo, he's going to go dragon charge low. And then, no, flip kick. Just, Farzine was probably thinking the same thing in that moment, too, right?
That's I feel like for veteran players, especially ones like Manga, it's probably so hard to undo what they think they have to do going into a matchup, right? But he definitely did it. Very, very impressive here for Manga. Playing it in a different way. It was so sick to see that.
That to me is a message to everybody in the other groups too. Like that's yo, I'm awake at this tournament, you know?
Yep.
Big wake up call. And we're gonna go straight into we're gonna go into the qualification match here. iMusician versus Manga.
Yeah, and gotta call it out, man. Both of the
See with the Jin Kazama phones.
both of the group stages that we've had. Again, we were talking about the club championship.
That musician play it? Yes, but he's about to play again right now.
So
think about it.
This is a huge deal, especially because right now Team
If you call it lower bracket instead of losers bracket, you're a coward. So I think that's so the commentators like Markman and Majin trust and believe they have no issue calling shit the losers bracket. Trust and believe, right? I think certain events refer to it a certain way and then instruct the commentators to refer to it that way. Because trust and believe, if anybody ain't got a problem saying a losers bracket, I know Majid Obama done. Markman is he OG as well. So like,
are gonna be fighting for their lives now.
Nail biters.
but I feel where you come from. Calling it lower bracket is kind of whack. Like it is them niggas lost. This the losers bracket. Like
the little Birdman. Let's go.
iMusician to be able to close some stuff out here.
is there a reason why events don't say losers bracket?
This is gonna be,
So they don't
I
hurt
think,
people's
fun.
feelings?
I think this is gonna be another one of those things where these guys
It's the only reason, right?
run into
Like
each other a lot, not only online through net play.